Okay, guys, let's get started. Hey, with me is beloved Netrunner.
Well,
Some of you.
I'm not with him. That
Okay,
sounded really
guys,
weird. I'm
let's
just
get
here
started.
and, answer. No. Ha!
Yeah. Okay. Quickly muted the game, the stream, because I have it open as well. I'm a noob, I know. So, welcome to the Elite Dungeon. Some might recognize it. It's the beloved Fox Den. Yes. And yes, I have my 99 GM account because I will not survive this. So it's the beloved Fox Den. Yes. And yes, I have my 99 GM account because I will not survive this. So I have people with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Starting with that again.
You know, I don't play this game that much, and I hate this class. Obviously, I'm not a very good explorer.
This is watching, so you should. So anyway, first question, and it's been asked before. Is this dungeon gonna be or becoming a war zone?
Yet it will be a war zone, so you will have to fight for your experience. This doesn't count for our PvE servers, but for all others, they will have to fight for their XP. But maybe I should add something to this one. We currently plan to give some rewards to the PvP servers. So whoever really take the challenge will earn some more experience in the future.
Yeah, that sounds nice. And the only reason to play any game is PvP, obviously. Who said that?
Yeah.
So we have another question, and just keep the questions coming. And again, please prefix them with a Q or highlight me. I am Lord Segaki, the dude or one of the dudes with the sword in front. So I can pick up your questions and then Renee can answer them. The next question is: will this new dress be in the shop?
Yes, it will be. If you see one of the guys with a rabbit ears, these are the female versions. The fox ears are for the males. So dudes, we are all the hot foxes.
Ah, that's cool. So that is already a yes. Nice, the questions are flowing in. And I see Achim is also asking some questions. Why do mobs have so much HP again? Yeah.
Because it's an elite dungeon.
Surprising. Still surprising. I guess I'm missing it. Is there any boss? Obvious question.
Not right now, but we are currently planning on one.
Good. A thing that I wanted to ask for the dress. Do you know when it's gonna be in the shop?
It will come together with the dungeon.
Ah. So just quickly type my name again so people can see who they need to highlight. Please don't post your questions in any other language than English because I'll have a hard time translating them. So, Q, when is this thing going online?
As said, already before, it would take a while. I mean, it will definitely not come this week, but we expect not to take that much longer. We are already quite far in the progress. So you will see it soonish, and we will inform you early enough so that you get prepared for it.
Good, that sounds good. And obviously now we have the hard questions. Why is there time for a new dress but not for a new map? Honestly, that sucks. I guess we just show new options, right? So
Yeah, it's not definitely, it's not a completely new map. I mean, it's the elite version of the Fox Den. And a new dress is less work of graphical art and so on than a complete new map. I hope you agree.
I do. In-game sound is too loud. Someone said.
Ah, okay, wait. I can change this.
Why do you stay there? Is there more? I don't know. I have some suites around here, and actually it's my PC. So, but I guess you're not asking because of me, right?
Yes,
So
there's more.
There is more.
Let's see that the guys follow me. If they follow me, no, they don't follow me. Come on, guys.
Yeah, people actually watch this video. This is a very interesting question. Can I buy your dictionary?
No.
Which is what? Whose dictionary? Mine or his? I don't think I have a dictionary, but I could probably buy one. I could probably build one.
Oh, please don't.
In-game sound. Yeah. We heard that. We're doing that. Another question: how do you get into the elite dungeons?
There will be a NPC in front of the Fox Den who will ask you if you want to take the challenge for the elite dungeon.
Good. This is a question. Okay, how do you enter the dungeon? We just answered this. There's a few questions that are in the same thing. People want to see the drops and see some of the new equipment, if that's possible to show.
We never said there will be new equipment.
I heard you said there's new ears and stuff.
You said, no, you must no, it can't be that you heard this. The drops aren't ready yet. That's one of the things we are currently working on. And if they are done, we will share this information with you, and then you will get the news where we present to you all the new gear which will be added to the game.
Nice. So I guess it's going to be an Excel list that's going to be somewhere in the docs. Totally
yes.
Visible. Yeah, that makes sense. Can you put a new boss in the dungeons which looks like a big taco? That would be nice. Are you really playing the same game that I'm watching?
A big taco would be nice right now, yes, but I don't think it would be a great boss. Maybe it's a real life end boss, but not for the game.
Obviously, you have never seen South Park. Honestly, I don't think that I'm allowed to make any references. So, you know, this isn't live, right? So we can edit this out later on. Good. Why do people only do 1 damage? And I do have an idea here, but I'm just gonna shut up because I may be wrong.
They currently don't do that much damage because we are currently balancing the resistance, and right now the resistance is quite too high, as you might see. And so we just make 1 damage right now. That will change for sure.
Okay, people again said turn down the sound. So
okay, I will do something. So there is no in-game sound anymore.
No. Good.
No, just us.
If you would do just 1 damage, right? I wouldn't be confused. But if Elder just does 1 damage, that's, you know, he's the guy that should know this game. So that's when I'm confused. Somebody said, "Can you press I?" So maybe they want to see something special there in your windows. I don't know.
Yeah, they just see my inventory with a lot of item tests. As you see, I had a lot of tests for various items.
Yeah. So
yeah, right. Nothing to see there, to be very honest.
He pressed it. I made him press it. That's all I could do for you guys. Really.
And I even switched through all my bags.
Nice.
Yeah.
Darkus Wanus, we just answered that question, but I'll just repeat it for you. Drop tables aren't finished yet, so there's no clear thing on what's the full drop tables. But as soon as it's done, you're gonna see it. Another question that I hear for the 3rd time now. When will the marriage system be there?
We currently still work on the dungeon, but Aha Entertainment already started with the wedding system, and after we finish the wedding, the dungeon, the next thing is the rating system to enter our test system, and then we will have to test it. So we can't give a date yet, but we will inform you about it as soon as we have a date.
Good. So another question to the dress. What stats has the new dress? But I guess you already answered that it's not finished yet, right?
No, for the dress, I can already share this.
Ooh, sweet.
Let's see. I just opened my inventory and have my mouse cursor over the dress for a while. Let's see if somebody figured out the stats.
Darkus Wanus, are you all Chinese guys? I don't know who you refer to, but I'm most certainly not. I'm German though, so that's where the accent comes from. I could also change my accent to either be Oxford or be something English, be something American, but I rather speak like I speak. So
Yeah.
there you go.
You refer yourself as German? I always thought you refer yourself as Bavarian.
Yeah, but then people stop talking to me, and that's not really good for this stream. So did you show the dress yet? I missed it.
Yes, I did. There's no head. It's just one dress.
There's no head.
Yeah.
The cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie.
Something different. Does temptation work on mobs?
Yes, it does.
That was easy. Could we hope to have some frag or magic crystals on this mobs from Eximus FR?
I could spoil you on this drop already. Yes, you can.
Ooh, sweet. What are you guys doing with a 20% MP cake and 20% noodles? It's unfair that the MP cake isn't there. Or is there, sorry.
Yes. We had this discussion for a long time and we explained it a lot of times. And for very last time, the other cake will not come to the game and the MP stays there and we will balance this out with the class balance. That's it.
Nice. That's good. I need to ask this question because I seem to be winning this. Which of you guys do you think has the sexiest voice? And somebody said the German. I would, and I don't read the rest of the sentence. The problem is we're both Germans, so you gotta be a little bit more specific there.
Yeah, but you're the Bavarian one.
Oh right, for reference for the future. I'm the Bavarian, right?
Right.
So another question: why don't you solve all the bugs and do something useful before releasing things like that?
As you might noticed, the first patches till now was mainly bug fixing.
Yep.
Sorry to say, but basically that's it.
And especially in this release, right? It's not only a release, but there's also a lot of bug fixes in there, as far as I remember, or as far as I think,
Yes.
right?
With this, there will be new bug fixes as well, but yeah.
The one who reads it, the Bavarian, just bring me a Bavarian car too. I don't even drive a Bavarian car, but what I do is I drive an ATV, so probably you might get on that. Some people like that, when the engine is... Sorry. So did we talk about FSK rating for this stream? Because I might have missed that one.
I guess we hit 8 p.m., so we are at least 16 plus.
Phew! Good. So when will the class balance be there? And also there was a question, is there new classes?
No new classes planned yet, so there is enough to do for the existing one before we head to a new classes. I hope you guys agree on this one. And then for the class balance, it would take some time. To be very honest, that's nothing which is done easily. It would take some time. It has to be balanced out. It has to be tested over and over again. As you see, we even test here the different resistance and how they affect the game and so on. And same goes for class balance. I mean, you all could bring in your ideas. We all collected them. We all merged them. We shared them with the developers, and we are in ongoing discussion about it. So I can't give a date yet because it's way too early to talk about it.
Their question is again about loot in the dungeon. As we said before, the drops aren't finalized yet, so expect that to come in the future. Some people said, "Why aren't you helping?" But honestly, he wouldn't be helping even if he would be helping. So Section YT said he didn't quite get that. You will get more XP on the PvP server because it's a PvP area?
So basically, yes, because there is PvP, you get more experience, yes. So if you have to fight against other players for your experience, you should be benefit for this.
Good. Wait, need to get rid of somebody selling his wife. We don't want that. Will we get new weapons? Will there be new items? Yeah, we probably talked about this already.
Yes.
But new weapons is very specific.
Yeah. Let's say maybe.
Okay. So another question that was going on: are there going to be changes to the upgrade system? It feels too random at the moment.
Not planned yet, but if it feels too random, we can have again a look into it. We saw some complaints about it. We checked it, and it was normally working. So yes, the upgrade system based a bit on luck because it's a randomized system behind it. So you can't calculate it. But from all what we saw so far from weapons on the various level, it really looks normal. But we can have a look, and we ongoing have a look into this system anyway. But for one thing, I can say something. It's the fusion system because I know the question will come anyway. Yes, we will look into the system, and we are already looking into it, and there will probably some change to it in the future.
Good. So another question that's pretty interesting. Did you think about expanding the classes? For example, if you change your class into a priest, about level 80, you can choose 2 new different classes. So class expansion system or anything that you see in other games.
We have already one class change in. Splitting them again would make even the class balance much more complicated as it is already right now. So let us have the current classes balanced out and then think about more classes.
Good. New weapon, new stuff. We already answered that. You should have been here from the start. Are you programming the new stuff directly at GIF? How many programmers do you have?
We don't program the new stuff at Games in Flames. The game itself is programmed by Aha Entertainment, and they have a team of about 15 people on various positions, from developer to game artists to project managers to game designers and so on. So it's a very small team, and they are really working hard on the game.
Good. Another question, which we probably already answered. Will there be new level 85 armor?
It goes into the same direction as the other gear question. So I would say I stick with the maybe.
I'm going to ask you this all night. I'm going to tell you. You're going to give me your number or what? Yeah. It's 127.0.0.1. Look me up. You'll find me. Are the developers sleeping all day? Well, I'm a developer myself, and I can tell you, yes. But I guess we're talking about the game developers, and so that's a no. Anything more specific that you need to know about that question?
I don't think so.
Good. So hey, we haven't talked about this. How am I being paid for all those questions?
I thought because you have already early access. Oh, there's somebody already selling his wife again.
Yeah. It's interesting. There must be so many wives out there.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Could you show us the female dress again?
Wait, where's the person with the female dress? There. Wait. if the beloved Schrader would stay, yeah, Kutai is currently hiding him. But I hope you can see him. So the bunny eaters are the girls. So sadly, Schrader run away. So because he's still fighting.
In those dungeons, people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just for a second. I mean, he could die for the team.
Shadow, I don't know. Can we show the entrance to the dungeon, or is the NPC not there yet?
The NPC is not there yet, but it's directly in front of the Fox Den. There are already standing two NPCs, and it will be the left one of these two.
Good. So a few more. What are you planning to improve C? Move drop, more drops, bosses, dungeons.
The thing to improve for C is to have monsters beyond level 64, so that you can really level up on C to at least 75 to 80 something. It's just in an early planning phase, but
But it's down the drain, right? So
yes,
good, very good.
we have it on our list.
Cool. What about flow base? I mean, it's like the second question or the third question that I read about flow base. If we can revive flow base.
It's not in our hand. It's the decision of Nox to close down the page. So it was a fan project. It's said that he closed it down, but we can't change his decision. So nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Maybe get in contact with him and you can take over the project if he's willing to do that. Another question. You plan to do something new on fishing system. 5 skill points should be worth it.
Right now, as our to-do is already quite long, this is currently on hold. We are not following up on this one because there are other things we have to do first. Then fishing comes next.
Cool, but at least, again, also it's on the list. Now, AlphaGlad, before he messages me to death, will there be new graphics improvements or anything like that? Because the graphics are outdated.
Maybe minor graphics, but the thing is, the art style of Florensia is still unique. But yes, some textures maybe need some refreshment. Let's put it this way. But it will never be an Far Cry or something like this. Florensia was always running even on low spec machines, and it should stay this way.
Ah, but I thought the Unreal Engine is free now. So please implement that. No, I'm kidding. Why are you always screaming? I'm Bavarian. I thought I said that.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Can you show us the new ice dress and PPC bonuses?
No.
That was fast. And another question. What about Harbor Occupation War? Well,
Yes, it's on our to be fixed list,
good.
and it's one of the things to be fixed next.
You're welcome, AlphaGlad. Okay, will there be any improvements on guild stuff, like giving guild bonuses or something like that?
Same as with the fishing system. It's on our to do, but currently other things are more important than this one.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, II Technology asks, why does this dungeon suck that hard? I can assure you it's not the dungeon, it's the player that you're following. If you play the dungeon, it's not gonna suck that hard. Can you show any bosses in the dungeon? That we heard before.
Yes, and I already said there is right now no boss in this dungeon.
Ooh, so we're gonna see him soonish. As soon as all the people that are actually doing work, except you, are finally killing all the mobs. Good. Oh, much to read. I read on Facebook that we're able to level solo in the new dungeon too. Are the new monsters as strong in resistance as the ones in Secret Laboratory when the dungeons go live?
We currently find a fitting resistance. That's why currently you see that we just make 1 damage on these ones. So as said, we plan that the dungeon is doable solo, but it will definitely be much slower if you level solo.
Makes sense. I mean, in the end, supposed to be for a group, right?
Yes.
So, Ulms, will there ever be an API? You've got to be a little bit more specific. Game-wise or portal-wise, or what do you actually need? In the meantime, have you thought of making P-level possible again?
No.
So you didn't think about it, or you don't want to do it?
We haven't think about it.
So there you have it, a new idea. Put it on your list.
Okay.
Have you thought about changing the tower for high-level players so that they don't have to start at 1 and waste about 1 hour for getting XP for like 30 minutes?
Yes, we thought about it, but we decided that we don't want to change it.
Ah, so you're gonna grind, my friend.
The dungeon shouldn't be for leveling. That's why we installed the new elite dungeons.
That's good. So, another question. What about special skills for every classes when the level 99 is grinding? Like priests don't need 2 skills for up defense.
As said, with the class balance and all the other class questions, first let us have this classes like they are balanced, then let's add new stuff. Otherwise, we screw up simply everything.
Yeah, we didn't want that. So another question, is this going to be like this for us? You damage 1 with plus 15. No more hit, it's not going to be that. Like we said, this is still in evaluation, and a balance needs to be found. Yes, I think they will think about it now. Can the person who reads the question speak the fuck up? Okay, before you told me I was screaming, and now I'm not loud enough. You need to fix your speakers.
Or fix yourself.
Or I can fix myself.
Yeah.
Right. Speak French, please. You really don't want that. Because there's about 2 words, and those probably insult your ancestors, so I'd rather not. Is this going to be identical to the Fox then?
It will be the same map. The monsters will look the same, but if you see, they have different and much higher levels than their little brothers in the normal Fox den, and they will drop totally different things, and they will give much more XP and geld.
And this is, by the way, another question. Do we already know how much geld will be dropped?
Yes. It will start with around 2.5K and goes up to around 9K. So in between these values.
Good. So that question is also, you can call me May Bavarian. There's no Y in your name, but I'll try to remember it. Are the mobs going to give the same XP as in lab?
No, they will give probably a bit more.
Good. Another question, are you hungry? And I'm answering first. I'm Bavarian, I'm always hungry.
Same goes for me.
Wait, you're not Bavarian?
No, but I'm hungry.
So from Hungary or... Nah, sorry.
No.
Are there going to be changes in skills?
Later for sure when the class balance comes.
Good. Will there be balance for the recept gear, like the 50 magic crystals? For example, the shields, the Swamp of Oblivion has nearly no sense to build because you need 30 MCs more than for the Life of Marsh and get nothing out of it.
Not planned yet.
But at least you acknowledge this might be a thing?
Yes, we will look into it and discuss it with the developers, but it's not given that it will lead to a change.
Yeah, but that's good, you know? People just need to know that you're actually actively working on those things. Good. What happened to PPC and ice set bonies? Asked Wolfix3.
Yes, and I already said that I will not say something about it because right now they don't have any stats at all. So it's not decided which stats they will get, but right now they don't have any stats at all.
AlphaGlad, can you please create a new class with new weapons, a melee class if possible? The Bavarian. It's drunk fighting kung fu style. There you go.
Let me think about it. I put it on the list, but at the end.
You know, don't worry. If I ever need to go motion capturing, I'm all up for that. Will there be more quests for higher level players?
There will come. They will come for sure, but not with the dungeon.
Good. I have boss, yes or no, don't skip me. This guy's turning Russian now. We gotta be careful. So, could you tell them to finally finish, like, the low bobs and go to the boss?
I already said there is no boss in the dungeon yet, right?
Yeah, but then spawn something, really.
Maybe I could do this, but...
We need Achim in here.
Yeah, let's spawn Achim.
Wait. Are you drunk? I am Bavarian. That doesn't go hand in hand. I know that it's kind of mandatory for some of them, but no, I'm not.
Same goes for me.
Sound like this. Weirds off people a lot, I know.
Yeah, you don't want to hear us when we are getting drunk.
Okay. Love you me. I don't know. I don't know you. Maybe I could. If you're cute and little plushy, then probably I could. What about new sea mobs and better ships? We answered this very early. Not very high on the list, but it's being worked on. Right?
Yes.
Will there be level cap reset? It's also something I heard often now.
We stick with the... No, we don't stick with the level cap. As we already announced in the news and asked for feedback, we will adjust the level cap. And probably it will more soften the edges, but it will not be like before.
Good. Question, do you need more workers? If so, how can we apply and what graduation do we need? That's a good one.
That's a good one. Depends on what you can. I mean, just send us a mail. You found it on the Games in Flames webpage, and send us what you can, and then simply apply for a job. If you have the skills we are looking for, and now I see Achim screaming already. No, so many mates.
You know, totally on the side. I mean, the two of us got a job, so...
Yeah, and we basically can do nothing. I mean,
yeah,
we are fully useless, and Achim gave us a job back then.
So, are we still getting paid after this day? I'm really not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay, Shadow, what's number 1 on the list? That's a very good question. What's number 1 on the list?
Number 1 is getting the dungeon out of the door. And... see, Achim posted the job page.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
And afterwards, it's... number 1 is then for sure the wedding system, getting it on a test system, and for something really, really new, I don't spoil this yet. I mean, we have so much nice things, but bug fixing will stay our number 1, but I guess we are more talking about the things coming after bug fixing, right?
Yep. So, Go home, you're drunk. Don't ignore me. Please post your question again because it's really a lot, and I probably just didn't see you. It wasn't on purpose. Can you do a biography of this interview? Wait, this is weird. When does Flandria come? I guess we answered it. That wasn't it one of the first
No, I
questions?
don't think so. But I hear these questions since years. I think I heard it the first time in 2008, when we launched the game back then in the old team and so on.
Oh my god, since 2008 and you still can't answer it?
No. Um, let's say that Flandria is something even Achim and I always waited for, and so Flandria is something we also ask AHA Entertainment very often about it.
Good. Achim lets us know that sometimes new people arrive in the chat.
Really?
You know, there's this little head count on the left, and I always watch it. No, actually, I don't. Are you ashamed to be Bavarian? Ich komm nämlich aus Bayern und wenn du schampst, werfe da Maßkrug auf den Schädel. That was, by the way, Redneck Bavarian. And no, I'm not ashamed to be Bavarian. Screw you if you think that. Wait a minute. I need to scroll to the question from Go Home You're Drunk Again because he posted it again. Question: will you either change or remove 81 recept weapons? 50 MCs for nothing though. 73 recepts are as good as the 81 recepts.
We could adjust them, but remove them?
Yeah, this is something that we answered before.
Yeah.
At least identified as a thing, and it's already in discussion between the developers and the guys.
Yeah.
Do you think you will invest in the game, or will you keep the servers like that until it closes? What do you see what we're doing here?
I mean, we really invest into a game. I mean, as Achim wrote already in the chat, TV spots will air starting next month. We already paid quite high amount of marketing to get new and old players back to the game, and yes, we invest into the game and we believe into the game, and that was something Achim and I made clear from the beginning. We don't start the game to shut it down again. We really want to keep it alive because we love this game. And Achim was the first Western person who played this game, and he's really still around, loving it. And I was really right behind him, joining and playing the game. So I really, since the first days with the game, and we really love it, and we want to keep it alive, not only for you guys, also for us.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at the staff, I mean, there's so many people that are there from the beginning, and I can still remember I also played one of the first raids in the game before we even I guess we even decided to go for the game. So there's a lot of people from the old times, and we wouldn't all be here if we didn't want to invest and we didn't want to go forward with the game, right? And I guess I usually never stream, but I came back to stream for this, so that also should tell you something, right? So I heard something about getting more XP on a PvP channel. Do we also get more XP while killing monsters in a group?
Yes, that's quite high on our list.
Good. So it's number 2, I guess.
It's at least in the top 5.
Oh, that's good to hear. When will Florensia go on Steam? I've been asking that myself.
We have now the green light. Now we have to work on getting all the APIs integrated. And I can say that Florensia is already sometimes really an issue code-wise, but whoever used Steam at least once in his life knows that this tool is a mess as well, and their APIs are really complicated and not straightforward as well. So yes, it will be some work to get this thing integrated. So I can't give a date yet, but we are trying to have it this year. That is at least our plan, but no guarantee on this one.
Yeah, and I mean, having worked with Steam personally, they're also a very demanding partner. So it's not an easy integration.
Yeah.
But it's good that it's coming. So, can you make a summary of this conversation? Well, one, you can always rewatch the whole stream, but it is a good point that maybe it might make sense if all of what we answered, all of the questions, somebody sums them up and puts them in a summary afterwards. And it's not going to be me.
And
So
we
we're
will have the
definitely
whole
thinking about
stream afterwards on YouTube.
Nah, but I guess he's talking about having this in any written form, so he doesn't need to
In
hear
a
us.
written form.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear us babbling all the damn time, so he just wants to
Oh,
read it, you know?
people want to write me text? Really?
Yep, well, there's people that are not digital yet.
I guess we can do this.
Ah, that's a yes. You heard it here first. So, I missed quite some questions.
Yeah.
I'll just... You talk so long. I'm sorry.
No. You're just
Um,
slacking around.
I'm slacking around. I have Google Keep open and I put all my questions in there so that I can... Actually, I don't. Steam this year, said Achim. See?
See? See? I said the same.
Yeah, but people obviously believe Achim and not you. You're just this guy that runs around in-game and randomly triggers one button. So, are we going to be able to tame these mobs?
Yes.
Well,
I already answered this one.
that was very short. Yeah, but you know, sometimes people join the chat afterwards. You know,
Yes,
this is what happens. You know, let me
Yeah.
have an Austrian accent. Sometimes people join the chat. No, that was an Austrian. May, will you answer the questions about me wanting your number too? I told you my number. It's 127.0.0.1. Try to call me. When will the Black Wizard robe come back in the shop?
I guess when the days get darker.
So if we look outside, that day may have come.
Maybe. Let's say there are some days which will come, I would say, end of the month of October, where it could make sense that dress like Dark Wizard and Scream comes around.
Good.
Damn, I spoiled my strategy.
Yeah. There goes top one on the list. Will you be able to buy cash items in Florensia with money from your Steam wallet?
Yes, that's the idea behind integrating Steam.
Yeah, you know, we're all about money because I need to have my next Porsche. So yes, obviously you can. So can I get my Porsche now?
I already bought the Matchbox one.
Ah, damn it. I lost it. I don't remember where it is anymore. Somebody stepped on it. Mr. Henk, the last time I read this from you. Alright. So, you should explain that number joke. I guess they don't get it. What number joke? I'm not joking. I'm totally honest. I have no humor I would be aware of. Go home, you're drunk. We already answered that there won't be a level cap remove for now. So, is the 9 level range gonna be removed? Towers are really long to do. We answered this before. Well, no, not about the level range actually.
Yes, it's a level cap question. So yes, we answered this. As said, we will smoothen the edges, so it will be probably expand to level 20ish. Not finally decided if it will be level 15 or 20, and it will be in steps of giving experience. So if you are 20 level above, it will be like now, and if you're 15 level above, you would still get experience, but not as much as you would get on the level of the monster.
Cool. So a question that's been coming up a lot now, actually just twice, but a lot sounds way better. Is it possible to visit and meet up with you?
That's a question for Achim.
Yeah, and let me just say, because he can't defend himself, you know what would be a cool thing? To have something like a Florensia, how do you call it when people meet in a pub and meet regularly in English? I have no clue, actually. Regular gathering? Rallies? I have no idea. But hey, that would be an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet the community actually.
Yeah, probably what we would do next year at Gamescom, and we will have a meet and greet. Sadly, we couldn't manage it this year because it was too short noticed. But next year for sure we will have a meet and greet, and so yes, we already plan next year Gamescom. Damn, I think we already plan so much ahead of us. We really must plan with shutting down the game next month if we already plan with Gamescom next year. But anyway,
I didn't get it, and I'll just pretend you never said this.
yeah.
So let's just quickly redirect and answer. Will there be quests in the Elite Dungeon?
Not from the beginning. Maybe later, but not from the beginning.
Good. German Noob, when will I be playing Florensia again? Get on the Florensia page, download Florensia, and play right now. Alright? There's nothing stopping you. Right now. And there's your answer.
But he should finish the stream first, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess he's got multi-monitors, so he can,
Yeah,
watch
he can.
us on a second.
While he download, he can still watch us.
Yeah, see, makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you like Oliver? If no, why?
I know a couple of Olivers, and I do like them.
It's written as the name, not as the little plushie we talk about, or I have with the name.
As said, I know some Olivers in real life, and these ones I like.
Good. So, Florensia shutting down next month confirmed. Yeah, I heard that too. That's interesting.
No.
So, you know what I'd do? I'd buy everything that's in the shop, because you can't next month then, obviously, right? Okay. Let's get to more serious question. Let me find one that's more serious. It's about recepts again. We answered this twice. Yeah, we identify that this is a problem and it's being discussed between the devs and the Games in Flames. So be on the lookout for changes there. Next year Gamescom, which language will be spoken? Well, in person, English, German, some French works, whatever people you'll meet up. But English is usually your best bet.
Yeah. German as well.
Yeah, but we can't really speak German.
Yeah.
I sure can't speak, I'd say, normal German.
Yeah, same goes for me, sadly.
So, someone should give that Timey Lord a taco. He is totally right. He's right with what?
Tacos are always cool.
Yeah, tacos. So the boss is a taco. Makes sense. When will Florensia come to next gen? Ooh, this is an interesting question. So see, there's this question about the Unreal Engine again.
I don't think that we will port Florensia to consoles. Probably it will be quite hard to control it, right?
Yeah. Well, I've seen people play worse games with a controller. So it's all a question about the mapping, If you take one button and you make it like a shift, and then you can double set your buttons on the controllers, it can actually work. And actually controlling a camera and controlling your character feels anyway more natural with a controller. And I'm pretty sure that I even saw a guide somewhere in the forum, somebody playing Florensia with a controller.
Playing it with a controller plus a keyboard could be possible, but I mean, I saw people in the forum playing Florensia on a tablet. On the Surface.
This is an interesting thing.
Yeah?
On the Surface it actually works. I've tried this myself.
Yeah.
It works quite good, actually. What about sea? Maybe new mobs, new levels, new ships. Yes. We had that question before. Whatever. It's in discussion, but it's not on top of the list. Can you shut down the stream? Yes, we are very able to, but we won't. You'll have to deal with us for a few more minutes.
Yes.
But you have a big red X on the top right. You can use that and then the stream is gone. It really works. And not everybody please uses that button now. And now I see people dropping. There's 3 already gone. That was not a smart move. Anyway,
It's like the Alt F4 joke, right?
Lord Sigaki, Florensia real life graphics confirmed. Yes. I told you that I'm going to be motion capturing for it, you know? There's also going to be facial recognition, so you're all going to see a fat Bavarian riding. I'm not fat, but I'm chubby, I'd say, running around in game. And that's totally going to be so much fun, I can tell you. Actually, sounds like a typical Friday when I'm back from work.
What
What?
about being chubby?
No, that's given, and that's pretty much every day. Did you think about rewards in the tower for each floor you complete, and a special reward for finishing all 100 floors? So this is like a Bruce Lee question, right?
Um, nice idea, but right now I can just put it on a list, but not with a high priority, to be very honest. But the idea is nice.
Question, how old are you guys? Mohit, I'm sad to say we're 30 plus. I know we don't sound like it, and I know you could think we're 18 plus, but somebody once told me men just become 7 and then they just grow gray hair. Will you change or improve AP or payments? In what form improve? Giacomo, just let us know what you'd like to see or anything that you need to change, and then we'll look into it.
But maybe I can say something about it because
Sure.
so basically, we looked into it and we had some complaints about it. And yes, we are currently looking into AP, adding some more options for various countries, especially for South America and Turkey, and also Spain and Portugal, just to name some. And also, we check on how much AP you get for your money and all this stuff. And so, yes, we are currently looking into it because we heard you, but it's not done easily. But there will be something soon. You will see.
Cool. Yeah, it's good. And yeah, we've done this in the past. We
Yeah.
constantly change the system so it makes sense for the customers, and it doesn't feel uh, bad for them. There's an interesting question, and I guess I know the answer, but give us the tools you use to pack your data, and tomorrow you'll have the best graphics ever and only playable on NASA computers. I don't know if you've ever been to NASA, but the stuff they have is old, like really old.
NASA still runs DOS systems for the main systems.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, the question is actually good. I mean, it goes more into the modding or add-on scene. Is there anything planned or any thoughts about that?
I mean, it's there are already enough tools around it to do it, and people already tried it, and people already failed on it because sadly the developers were not taking care of this part, and so it's not easily done, and even sometimes the developers has hassle with updating graphics. Like some of you might seen with the gypsy dress, um, which in some versions has some issues. So yes, it's not that easy as some people might think. We
Mm.
already tried this one.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, it also shows that the community wants to invest, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you think for the future. Giacomo answered or updated his question. He said, you have bad payment systems for Turkey. And,
Yes,
well,
I already said that we currently look into Turkey as well, and we will add some options for Turkey.
yep. And the market there, as far as I remember, was ever growing and ever changing. Um,
Yeah, so
yeah.
Turkey is not an easy market even when it comes to payments. So
All
it's,
right.
but we're working on it.
Yeah, and also a question that I read quite a lot is, can you remove the 51% damage thing from boss quests?
No.
Never. Another question that is actually pretty interesting. Will there ever be an item that makes you change servers or a service or anything like that?
um, Funny thing about this, we're thinking about it since really at the beginning. I mean, it was one of the first ideas Achim and I had, and we are discussing since then with AHA about it, back then with the developers back then. But the thing is, it's not that easy because the structure of how the data are stored is, let's put it nice, complicated. That it's simply not possible.
Yeah. So we are coming up on the 5 minutes mark left in this stream. So any questions that you still have, please highlight me now, because it makes it way easier for me. It's so quiet. What? I'm quiet? I'm not quiet. That's like the thing that nobody has ever said to me, that I'm quiet. But anyway, if you have any
I
more
can
questions,
prove no one ever said you were quiet.
yeah, really. So that's a first. That's a first. I still have first. Anyway, if you have questions, please highlight me. That's at Lord Segaki in the chat, so I can see your questions, and we have 5 more minutes to answer them. And if you like it, subscribe to the channel and hit the site, download Florensia, and do all the other social media stuff on Facebook, and you know it more than I do. So, will you add some cash drops for the upgrade system?
No, it's not planned right now. But we can have a look. But I doubt it. We can discuss it, but I doubt it.
Okay. And even Achim said I'm not loud.
But
So
I have you on full volume. I can.
Yeah, probably because you cranked up my volume once. But okay, I'll just scream more, so I'll annoy everybody around me. In the future, may we see changes in the server? PvP, no PvP, without logging out and in.
That would make some really deep changes necessary, and we currently like to invest this development time into other things.
Good. Vendetta Junior asks, can you show the boss, please? We discussed this. No boss yet. Soonish.
As I saw the questions to Achim about if the developer is working hard, yes, for sure they do. They start probably normally at between 7 and 8 in the morning, and they don't leave before 11 p.m. And mainly, I can even reach them at 3 a.m. next day in the morning at their time.
Yeah, they were super committed in the past, and they're still super committed because they're very bound to this game, and yeah,
they love it. And
so another question: Will it ever be possible to build a slate piece of ancient without buying things with AP?
Something like the slate piece of ancient? No. I mean, maybe something weaker than the slate piece, but not identically as the slate piece.
So, the next question. Are there going to be more streams on this channel? Well, if you people like to hear more of us, and obviously who doesn't like to hear more of me? Honestly, I really have an issue going there. Let us know in the forums, let us know on Facebook, every social media that you can find, because somebody else has to sort that out, not me. And yeah, if that's what you like, sure, we can do that more often.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do at night anyway.
Yeah. So for sure, for every new update, and maybe once in a while in between as well.
Yep. Maybe more servers for Bergrun, PvP, of course. Yes, of course, PvP.
No. Not right now, because PvP server isn't big enough to add another one.
Yeah. He just wants his own private PvP server.
Could be possible.
Can you make a 3 Bergrun S, or is it planned?
That was the question I answered right before you asked me this question.
Yeah, can you answer again? Because, sometimes people join the chat again and they might not have heard it.
Not right now, because the servers aren't full enough for another one, but If we have more users on these channels, yes, we will add another one. Obvious.
Good. Okay, this is a good question. Will you ever reuse the beta armor designs for new armors?
Probably yes.
This is cool because I remember I also had I really liked the armors that we had back then. They were really cool, really spiky, and yeah. I can't even remember what I had back then anymore. But yeah, it was cool. Will the mounts get any faster? What do you mean faster? I always fall off from those things.
We can think about it, but do you really need to go faster with these mounts?
You can, you know,
You can always go fast. I know.
There's a universal need for more power.
If you really think so.
There always is. There always is. Are you kidding me? The only reason the PvP server isn't popular is because of the PvE server. I don't really get that.
No, I don't think so.
Are you still planning on bringing submarines into the game?
No. I'm really sorry to disappoint you. I know you had made all the nice graphics, and I still know your request for submarines, but no.
Huh. It would be cool though. You know, once we get through the 1 to 10 list, submarines could be cool. I personally like that.
Okay, let's put it onto place 1001.
May I ask, don't you think more people will leave Florensia after the disappointment of this new dungeon? We were just here to talk with you guys. There was a new dungeon? I didn't... Oh, there's a stream here. No, I mean, I guess the thing is, we showed something that's really early. Drops aren't finished yet, just to let you know things that are coming up, right? So, you can either have that or not have it at all, and then just get it at some point, and it's too late. And I'd personally go with seeing stuff that's in there. Because also, at this point, you know, what's happening now, you can give us feedback, and that feedback can go to the developers or whatever, and we can think about things. And that's actually a way to go for a community that like, can you spawn some bosses for the last minutes? Achim, this is your cue.
But gladly, he isn't joining us.
He isn't? I saw him in-game, didn't I?
No.
You didn't invite him?
I was smart enough not to invite him, because otherwise we just would have seen bosses around, and no one would see any of the real monsters in this dungeon.
Okay. Anyway.
If you ever see Achim in a game, run. Simply run. The chance is high that you will die in the next second.
Yeah, I remember. Some other thing that we had where suddenly a full map was and I had to restart on the weekend, and yeah. Anyway, so we are actually over time, so I'm going to answer the last 5 questions. And I'm going to pick them totally at random.
Yes, Achim's job is definitely to be mean. I just wanted to answer this one.
So, about me getting paid ever again, that was him, not me, okay? So, the last 5 questions. And I'm going to make a reset, so any of the next 5 questions we're going to answer.
Okay, why we are all excavators or snipers? Because we thought it's fun to have just one base class around. It's just a fun decision.
Is the wedding system coming with this update? We answered this very, very early.
But, you know, people might have joined later.
Oh, there's this thing where people could have joined the chat later, so we might need to answer this question again.
Yeah. No, the wedding system will not come with the dungeon. It will come later.
Okay. How long does it take to answer applications for the event team? Well, that's actually a question that's very specific to you and doesn't help anyone else, but I still just read it, so...
Yeah. Usually, as the reply already say, you have to wait a couple of time, and within this time, you will get answer, and if you don't get an answer, you can apply again. Because we don't always search for members, so But I can ask our event team leader that he have a look into the current applications.
Cool. So another question that I read a lot: will there be a CM nerf, or is this a rumor? I didn't hear anything. And will you open Florensia base? I'll answer that one. We answer that. Florensia base is not in our control, and we'd love to work with them again, but it was decided that they'd close. Now back to the will there be a CM nerf, or is this a rumor question?
Um, there will be a class balance. So, and class balance means that we look into every class and see what need to be changed and what can stay as it is.
Good. So, another question that I can answer: where's the elite dungeon location? There's gonna be an NPC that takes you there, but it's not there yet, so we can't show it currently.
The NPC itself is already there, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Can't you open a new base server?
No, it's not planned yet. And
Okay.
the current servers aren't full, and there's still capacity, so we need to have more players on it, and we can think about a new world.
Okay. I guess I said 5 questions, and the good thing is I didn't totally count how many we had, so I'm gonna answer that one more, or I'm gonna ask one more. Will there be more monsters or more chances to get magic crystals?
Yes, especially in this elite dungeon, you will have the chance to get magic crystals.
So, there you have it. The answer is yes. We want new maps, new islands, new sea mobs. We don't want elite dungeon. Oh my god, Florensia best game. I like the last statement. We talked about this. For now, the dungeon is top 1 on the list,
Yes.
and the rest is still on the list. It's not forgotten. It's
Yeah.
just not the top priority for now.
Yeah. The dungeons is simply to explain it. As I explained before, the tower is not meant for leveling, so we have to close this gap, and therefore we have these dungeons, and to have you get more exciting drops out of these dungeons, and so then we look into new maps, new mobs, new things, new what.
Cool. Okay. So we had a bit over time.
Final last question, please.
Final last question. Okay. What's up with the turtle drake boss on sea?
Right now, not much, I would say. Yeah.
It looks like he's sitting around and not doing anything. That's like a gangster question.
Yeah. So basically, I can say much about it. So I'm sorry.
That was a good last question. We couldn't answer anything.
Yeah.
Great.
So let's if there is another one, if you see some other one, then go on.
Okay. Will you change the yellow-black wizard dress so it's worth farming?
It's not on a list, but we can think about it. But I wouldn't say it's not that useless. I mean, people already farming it, and so it's not fully useless. But yeah, maybe it can have better stats. But
Okay. Good. And now, since SW1998 is going haywire, the rules would be to prefix me or to add a Q, then I would have seen it. Will there be a Lanois so he can sleep in peace?
there is already in La Noire, but in a normal dungeon.
See, there you have it. Okay. So, there are so many things you will think about. You must be genius. You know, somebody has at one point invented lists and that Microsoft Office stuff where you can put stuff so you don't have to have it in your brain. But yes, there's so many things in our heads. I can tell you every build that I play in every game ever, but I miss dates of my parents and my family. So, yeah, that's how my brain works. So that's why I have Microsoft Office.
Yeah, I would die without this calendar.
You're welcome, goddammit.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So we're 10 minutes over time, but I
Yes.
guess it was worth it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your questions. I am slowly signing off. That was Netrunner for you. It was good to be with you guys and have a little talk.
Yeah. And
Um,
thanks for
yeah,
joining us. And I hope you at least enjoyed a bit at your first look into the dungeon. And yeah, keep playing Florensia and enjoy the game. That's the most important thing.
yeah. And I promise next time Takuto is gonna be useful in the dungeons, right?
No, you
You're welcome,
if thinking about me useful in dungeon is something I doubt that will ever happen.
Yeah, true.
Too. So
Okay, so
then, bye bye.
signing off.